Days after the students and teachers of St. Mary's Catholic School in Niger State were kidnapped, no word had been heard from their kidnappers. This has sent many traumatized parents concerned, and to make the matters worse, there are claims that those that kidnapped them came with helicopters, among other things, the means of movement that they came with, that helicopters were hovering around the area at the time this incident happened. And now the National Security Advisor, Nuhu, Ribadu, is saying that the United States and some countries in Europe are helping Nigeria to trace the whereabouts of these girls, and that they are going to return safely, indicating that there could be an international dimension to this, for Nigeria to say that they are looking up to the United States and European countries to help in tracing and returning these children and their teacher. But more troubling is the revelation that the people came with helicopter, among other things. That is really troubling. But watch.
Felicia Gang and the head teacher, Blessing Amodu, narrated their ordeal.
We had bangings on our gates and the children wailing, crying, and we heard voices saying, in Hausa, meaning that we should pack the children and get money. We were there until after maybe there about 4, we heard a kind of a helicopter hovering around, and we were not sure who was in the helicopter. Like, we were afraid probably they were even bandits, but we didn't know, like. So it hovered for some minutes. I'm not sure it was up to 30 minutes, no. Just hovered around, and at a certain point we didn't hear it again. So that was how it was. But then the helicopter came after we heard them driving off. They drove off, we heard the sound of cars, but we couldn't tell how many cars were there, and bikes. And they sounded so many, overwhelming, that we couldn't tell about the numbers.
I'm very sad that the children up to now, they are not yet back. All I'm pleading at this moment is for the government to please, and all those who are touched by this incident, to please look for ways of how to rescue these children back to us and our staff. That is all I'm pleading for at this moment. Nothing more than that. They should release them and bring them back to us.
The Catholic Bishop of Kotangora Diocese and proprietor of the school, Most Reverend Bulus Yohana, expressed optimism about the safe rescue of the children and teachers, saying the school serves over 50 communities within and outside Aguara local government area.
So I'm calling on the federal government and the state government to do whatever it takes to bring them back, because many of the parents, in fact, we have already recorded 2 deaths, 1 man and 1 woman from different families who are affected by this incident that happened. So the more these students are away from their parents, the more the situation, especially the parents. It's a pity that many of them, we can't contact them, we don't even know the real situation that they are.
As we speak, till this moment, no communication whatsoever has been established between the terrorists and the school authority. The parents are hoping and can only hope. But the question is, how long will this hope continue?
That was a video showing the eyewitness account from the principal of the school talking about helicopters hovering overhead while the operation of the kidnapping took place. It means that this kidnapping was not a ragtag bandits that could have done it. Because I don't think that those bandits that ride on motorcycles, that many of them could be able to operate helicopters. That seems to be a sophisticated operation that could be beyond the capacity of the ordinary bandits operating in Nigeria and in Niger State. Now, the principal was so sure about the helicopter story. Now, since these children were and their teacher were taken, normally by now they ought to have gotten across, the kidnappers gotten across to the parents to demand for ransom. But silence has been the situation. So right now, nobody has claimed responsibility for this kidnapping. Nobody has demanded for ransom. But the visit of the National Security Advisor to Niger State over this matter and the statement he made there confirming that the international community, United States, they have come to aid, they are helping, and that some other European countries are helping to trace and locate and safely rescue these children and their teacher, is perhaps the clearest indication of the international dimension of the kidnapping, which should be very troubling. Because it seems from what we have seen or read about the position of National Security Advisor, that it is not a problem that Nigeria alone can solve. Because don't forget, we didn't hear anything about America assisting or European Union or European countries helping out or France helping out when the KB school girls were returned to their parents. Nigerian government did it all alone. So what does this portend? And you know what is very troubling is that the large number of people, initially it was said to be 315 or thereabout, then about 50 escaped and all that. So that number, could all of them have been able to move by vehicle through the roads, by motorcycles, or were some of them ferried outside Nigeria with helicopter? That is the million-dollar question that is begging for answer. But what is not debatable now is that the identity of the kidnappers are still shrouded in secrecy, meaning that nobody is aware of what they are looking for, what is their demand, why did they make such an audacious attack of picking on these children in that large number by 2 a.m. on the day of the incident. And what does that tell you about the state of insecurity in Nigeria? Now, this is really troubling. This is really troubling, because you can imagine these children, some of them 7 years, 8 years, and what have you. What they are passing through. Are they inside the bush in Nigeria, or they are outside Nigeria in this Harmattan season? This is really heart-wrenching, and something needs to be done to save these children. Every help that Nigeria should ask for, it shouldn't fail to do this, to ask. At least the report of Nuhu Ribadu talking about America and others, international community rallying around to save these children, to rescue them alive, is very commendable, and everybody should be praying for these children that the rescue effort, that it succeeds when eventually moves are made to rescue these children. And we pray that all of them are still alive to return to their families. But what does this tell you about the state of security in Nigeria today? It means that the insecurity in Nigeria is worsening. It's worsening to the level that Nigeria on its own doesn't have the capacity to be able to confront it without international help. That's exactly what this means. And that should concern every Nigerian. And that also is an indication of the failure of the APC to solve the problem of insecurity in Nigeria. The APC came to power as a result of insecurity under the PDP administration led by Goodluck Jonathan. They say they can do it better. They can be able to solve the problem. But more than 10 years after, the problem is getting worse, to the level that they could pick these children and their teacher, bandits could pick these children and their teacher with claims that helicopters were also used in the operation. And Nigeria seemed overwhelmed and helpless to the level that it's looking at the outside world to help solve the problem. We hope that the intervention or the assistance of the international community, particularly the United States. I'm shocked that they didn't mention Israel, because the Israelis are good in tracking things like this. But I didn't hear Israel mentioned. But whatever may be the case, we can only pray that whoever is going to carry out the rescue operation, that they succeed and return these children to their parents and their teachers back to their families very soon, because already time is running out. This incident happened November 21, Friday, November 21, 2025. We are now in December. These children and their teachers are not home. Something needs to be done. And it also means that in fighting terrorism, Nigeria cannot do it alone. Nigeria needs help. And Nigeria needs assistance. The issue of sovereignty or no sovereignty is immaterial right now. What is important is the protection of lives and property. I don't know how you feel about these children that have been with the captives for so long, since November 21st. According to According to the founder of the school, the bishop, already 2 parents have died, heartbroken because of what happened. One died of heart attack. Such a sad end because of the failure of governance and failure of Nigerian government to protect the citizens. I don't know what to think about what Nuhu Ribadu revealed about the Americans coming to help, and then the dimension of helicopters being used in the operation that was carried out by the bandits or terrorists, if you like, on November 21, 2025. Whatever is your position, let's hear from you at the comment section. Thank you for watching this video, and if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, God will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.